Howdy y'all, welcome to Haze and Barrel Craftworks and the Haze and Barrel Homestead here in our humble whiskey room. It is good to be home. For any of you who tuned in last week, you might know that I spent a little bit of time in Munich and we did have a good time. We did a little mixology with my friend Marcel at Zebert's Whiskey Welt in Munich. We tried a little scotch. I even brought a little bit of scotch home. And we really had a good time with the Munich Whiskey Bros. I have a little group of friends. We like to hang out, try whiskey, and spend a little time together when I head to Munich. But as always, it's for many of you who have to travel or even sometimes you go on vacation, you know, it's always good to get home. But today is the 4th of July. So to all y'all out there, happy 4th of July. And to celebrate, we thought here at the Haze and Barrel Homestead, we would make Independence Day cocktail inspired by the colors of our flag. So to do that, let's get started here. Thought we would use for our red, little cherry color. So I pitted a few cherries in advance. We'll throw those in there. And we'll use a little Haze and Barrel Craftworks Cherry Simple Syrup. Now this is a pretty deep red, so yeah, we need to lighten that up a little bit. We're just going to use a half an ounce of that. Pour that in there. Set this aside. And I think what most people use for red, when they think of red, they think of grenadine. We're also going to use a little bit of grenadine. This is going to put a lot of sweet in there. We'll use a half an ounce of that too. But don't worry, we'll cut this sweet. We're going to cut this sweet, of course, with some bourbon. The bourbon I chose to use is one of my favorites. Those of you who tune in to this channel know that I'm a Black Fork Farms lover, and so I chose a Black Fork Farms bourbon. And I'm going to go with the Black Fork Farms Wheated Bourbon. I love that Black Fork Farms Wheated Bourbon. It's got a really nice sweet notes to it. A little bit of honey that, in my opinion, will go good with this. I'm going to pour in 2 ounces of this bourbon into the cocktail to help cut that sweet. Since we're putting this in a highball glass, we should be all right. Now we'll muddle this down. Not putting any ice in the shaker for this because we're going to fill the highball glass with ice. As we put all our ingredients in, we'll just muddle those cherries to get that good fresh cherry juice in there. This will help stir everything up. I think that'll be good. Set that aside for later. We've got our red. Now we need a little blue. And for that, we're using a little blue Curaçao. This is an orange flavored liqueur, which a little citrus, a little cherry, in my opinion, go very good together. So I think we'll, I don't know. Let's go with a full ounce of this. Pour that right in the bottom of the highball glass. Now it's time to add our ice. I'm using crushed ice for this, because in my opinion, I think it'll help Just give it a good, for what we can anyway, a good little bit of a layered effect. We'll see. Can't always have perfection when you're going for a little bit of redneck mixology. Now what we'll do is, to cut it a little bit more, just have a little LaCroix sparkling water, lime flavored. And you know what? As you know, we're uncut. We're do this on the fly. I forgot a spoon. I need to pour this in over the back of a spoon. I'll be right back. Kitchen's not too far away. So now we just take a little of that sparkling water, pour it over the back of the spoon, and spill a lot if you want to. And the amount you put in kind of depends on how diluted you want that beverage. And we got a good layer of white. And this is why we always keep a bar towel here in the whiskey room. Now it's time to pour our cherry bourbon mixture over this. Again, over the back of the spoon, nice and lightly. See what kind of mess I can make with this. There we go. And for me, a drink is never finished unless you have a garnish. So right here we have my Haze and Barrel candied orange peels. And these are always good to eat at the end. So don't feel like you got to toss this out when the drink is finished. It's good to eat in the end. Let's throw that in there. Let's grab ourselves one of these fresh cherries. I think a fresh cherry would go good in this drink. Stick that right in there. And there we go. Just a little Independence cocktail. Yeah, it's kind of red, white, and blue, but I think you get the picture. Before you drink this one, though, you're going to want to stir it up. So let's give that a good stir. And do our flavors go good together? Oh yeah, that's refreshing. I think I'm going to kick back in my recliner and the air conditioning because it's hot here and enjoy the rest of this cocktail. So, once again, happy 4th of July. I hope all y'all are having a good time. Take it easy because I love to see you all coming back, joining us here at the Haze and Barrel Homestead, Haze and Barrel Craftworks. So please don't drink and drive. Cheers.